Hi, Katirina. Give us a sense of the atmosphere there. How much are Gambians looking forward to this new leadership?
Well, there's a sense of relief and careful optimism as President Adama Burrow is finally returning to the country, exactly 1 week after he was sworn in outside of the country. Gambians are finally daring to speak up after years under a dictator that ruled this country basically like a mafia state. Over the past weeks, we have seen celebrations. First, that Adama Burrow was actually sworn in as president, and then later, when President Yahya Jammeh finally agreed to step down and leave the country.
Well, now the hard work actually begins. So what will Barrow be expected to do now that he is the uncontested president?
Well, the new administration inherits a country that has been driven to the ground, institutions that has been controlled by one man for more than 22 years. They will now need to be rebuilt. This includes the judiciary, but also the army and other institutions. Other issues that the government will have to address are unemployment. While the political crisis only lasts for a couple of weeks, it has affected one of the major income sources in the Gambia, mainly the tourism. Hotels and resorts have already been forced to lay off staff. Finally, there's the issue of alleged human rights abuses committed under Jammeh's regime, which will have to be addressed. Adama Burrow has already announced that he will create some sorts of truth and reconciliation commission to address the issue and to reconcile the population.
And what's being said then about Yahya Jammeh in that respect? He's living in exile now in Equatorial Guinea, but there are still demands for him to face trial for not just the human rights abuses, but also to account for millions of dollars in public money that many say he stole.
Well, the victims are definitely calling for justice, and they will expect that Jammeh will face some sort of prosecution at some point. This is obviously a process that will take years. Lawyers and other judiciary staff have just started to speak to victims of alleged human rights abuses under Mr. Jammeh's regime. There's, of course, also the issue of him emptying, or the spokesperson of Adama Burrow accusing him of emptying the state coffers before he left. Another issue that we will have to look into. But again, work that will take years to complete.
Katirina, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you so much for that from Banjul.